Hello, this is Ty, and this is me showcasing my Endless Runner project. I built this to familiarize myself with Unreal Engine and how it works, how it functions, and generally me just trying to improve my skills with it when I was first beginning to learn Unreal Engine. Um, all of the um, all of the assets that are found, as well as all of the blueprints, are everything is created in Blueprint. Again, it was for me to sort of further understand Unreal Engine itself and understand sort of how it works. Any assets were open source, or they were found through um, the Unreal Asset Store during sort of free monthly asset pack drops, as well as things that I could sort of locate and find on the internet. Um, Without further ado, I will just begin and explain as I go on. I did play a little bit just to begin with, so I do have some coins and have a high score. These are saved every time you play, so you'll constantly, if I were to say, for example, like I've done, play a little bit and then quit out and then come back, you'll still have the amount of coins that you collected as well as your high score. Um, Leaderboard is something that I was going to add, but I found that you need to have integration with things like Apple's not API, but Apple's sort of mobile development thing. I initially developed this based on like, um, mobile games, like what kind of mobile games do I like? Oh, endless runners are a thing. So I know that endless runners have leaderboards, but the only way to have an actual kind of leaderboard, if I were to ever release it, is I'd need to connect it to, say, Android Studio or the iOS like mobile development chain in order to get live leaderboard stuff. So if I were to ever come and iterate back on this project, which I do, I plan to convert all of this into C++ now that I'm a bit more proficient with it, to again further my understanding of Unreal Engine and C++. Eventually, if that happens and it gets a bit more refined, I'll release it and I'll add a leaderboard. Credits, again, it's just me as the lead developer. Music is by Finley Bolton, a person that I met during my time at university. I asked him, "Oh, I'm kind of building this endless runner in my spare time, and kind of need some music for it. Do you know any sources, or do you know any good music that you can think of?" And he said, "Oh, I created a track. Here you go." And I'm forever thankful for him. Um, but without further ado, let's get into the game. There is a loading screen. There's loading screens between the main menu in the game and back again. So each terrain piece is generated on the right. So each building is procedurally generated with the floor, as well as procedurally generated obstacles that come up, a magnet power up that collects coins for you, um, as well as that, your speed. In the top left, you have your speed, which gradually increases over time. Obviously, your coin count is going up, current distance is going up, as well as your high score. Ooh, nearly died there. Um, I'll try and get along to the point where I'm beating my high score to see that the high score updates in tandem. So the high score doesn't update in tandem. That is something I can fix and will fix. But it updates on death rather than just me passing it. Let's make sure I can survive. Again, each obstacle is procedurally generated. There are several different obstacles found within the game. Eventually, this does get a little bit hard. I had some of my university mates at the time test the game when I was just developing it, just to kind of go, "Oh, what do you guys think?" And they thoroughly enjoyed playing it. I remember one time a good amount of them played it and kept playing it to see who could get the better high score. But as you can see, it does start to get incredibly fast at a certain point. And I died. Now, there are several different buttons here. Main menu will just send you straight back to the main menu. Restart will completely start you over again. But I also added a mechanic where if you have over 500 coins, which I made sure to collect, you can click revive, and then I can revive. I seem to have disappeared. I didn't realise this was a bug. I apologise, but it is something I will fix. As you can see, I died again. If I were to restart, it does restart me properly. I've personally never encountered that bug, but I will be sure to go back and fix it when I return to this project to rebuild it. Let's just, as you can see again, just quickly there, it had the high score on my coin count. I'm going to just quickly die just to show off that the main menu, return to the main menu, another loading screen, and then back to it. There you go. Again, high score has been saved. The amount of coins I have has also been saved. And the exit just quits the game. Thank you for watching.